Back with another video. My name is Miss Alicia. I'm a spiritual wellness mindset coach. I help people who struggle with forgiveness and the negative impact of starting over. I have 2 books out on Amazon. One is called Forgiveness is for Me. I forgave what I never heard and moved on, and we'll talk about that. The other one is a self-help workbook, and it'll help you acknowledge whether or not you are struggling with issues with unforgiveness. If you are waiting on someone to ask you for forgiveness, or if you need to ask somebody for forgiveness, or if you need to forgive yourself. Yeah, it's a lot of different scenarios, but they're all about forgiveness. And without that forgiveness, we feel like we are stuck and we can't move on. Now, there's been a lot of people that have had some horrible slights. A lot of bad things have happened to them. And they're like, you know what? There's no way I'm going to be able to get past this. No way I'm going to be able to deal with this. But you know what? I'm here to let you know. Now, I may not have been through some of the horrific things that you guys have been through, but the effects are the same. That means I was slighted. That means that it affected my thoughts. It affected my health. And that's what things like that does. And so I want to be able to help you with the strategies that God gave me, how I was delivered. I had depression. I had anxiety. I had panic attacks. I had PTSD. But thank God he delivered me. He called me in 2018 and he told me he wanted me to speak on forgiveness. At the time I was going through some issues, I didn't associate it with unforgiveness. I didn't even know I had a problem with it. But over time, in between 2018 and now, I see why God wanted me to speak on it. A lot of people don't come out of depression. You really have to fight. First, you have to even know that you're in it to be able to fight it. And so there came a time to where I realized I wasn't the same person that I used to be. Not saying I was crazy. I'm just saying that things had changed. I used to travel. I used to teach. I used to socialize a lot. And I felt like the air just went out of me trying to fight. So I had issues on my job at the time. I was going through discrimination. I was dealing with retaliation. I was being bullied. It was a lot of things going on. And I'm telling you, the more and more I tried to fight for my job and what was right, the more and more I was going down. And it got so bad, I had to go. Now, even though I was no longer there, I still had issues. And I didn't know that it was that bad. And as I say, you sometimes won't even know that you went into depression till you're already in it. And you have that moment where you have to say, how did I get here? What happened? What was the true essence of how I got here? So in my self-help workbook, the first thing that we need to do is acknowledge that there's an issue. And if you can't acknowledge that there's an issue, your issue won't go away. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that need medication for depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I'm not telling you to stop taking your medication and start listening to me. What I needed was to release some feelings, not medication. And by the way, I am not a doctor nor a spiritual wellness doctor. I am a woman of faith. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe if it had not been for him, I'd still be in depression. I prayed my way out. I worshiped my way out. I fasted my way out. That's what I knew how to do. And God, he heard me. Now you might say, well, Miss Alicia, maybe I'm just going to stay this way then because I don't pray. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. So does that leave me out? No, it doesn't. God hears us all, okay? And if you search for him and you ask him, Lord, please help me. Deliver me from this. Help me to forgive, whatever it takes, okay? Now, I'm not saying that the person that may have done something to you deserves you to forgive them. I'm talking about what it does for us. When we let go, when we find a place to put that, okay? Because after this slight, it's going to be more to come. But all I'm saying is that every time we get slighted, it does something to us. It does something to us. Next thing you know, you just like a zombie. And we don't want that, okay? There's so much more to us. So I'm not saying that you have to forgive somebody, but I'm saying that knowing when somebody does something to us, know what it does to our body, know what it does to our behavior, how we end up responding from it. And I want to help you to move forward with feeling free. Okay? I want you to feel free moving forward, knowing that you're not ignoring that it didn't happen, but you're saying, I have a place for that now because the rest of my life has to move forward. It just is what it is. If we don't deal with our issue, we will stay stuck. I was stuck for like almost 5 years, but God delivered me. And I'm here now to help you guys with strategy. I want to help you with what God gave me as a strategy to break through. And now I want to share it with you, okay? So the first thing is acknowledge. And acknowledge means to admit, to accept. And I want you to think about it. Man, is there something that I've been holding on to? And is it possibly the reason why I've been the way that I have? A little grumpy, not myself. Think about that, okay? I'm going to leave that with you. And we're going to move forward on the next subject when I return on this video. Talk to each other in these comments. Keep it clean. I'm not saying go expose people's names. That's not what this is about. This is just starting the conversation, breaking the ice to say, you know what, finally, is somebody on here talking about forgiveness, because I know I do have an issue with unforgiveness. I do. I'm holding it. And I'm mad. And the person then came back and asked me for an apology. Stop waiting. That's our problem. We've been waiting for people to apologize to us that may never apologize. Well, we got to move forward, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Think about it.